Good morning, welcome everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'll be giving you a prediction reading for the 14th of May. Now it's very cold here, winter's arrived. I actually lit my fire for the first time the other day. That's on my Facebook page if anyone wants to go see my little, slow combustion heater. It warms up the house so well. I do love wood fire. There are some positives about winter, aren't there, guys? It's kind of cozy when you get your little house warmed up. I live in a cottage, so it's beautiful, the wood fire. Hopefully you're getting sunshine and your veggies are growing and your bulbs are all coming up, your tulips and daffodils, guys. I know you've had a lot of wet weather over in a lot of places where you guys are living. It's complete madness, this the weather events, isn't it? All right, I'll get started. We'll see what comes up for the 14th. If you are new, please subscribe and hit those like buttons, guys, and feel free to comment down below. And thank you guys for all your beautiful feedback about my channel yesterday. Most of you said don't change, so I won't change. And oh yes, of course, I'm getting the In Excess song now. Don't change a thing. Is that what the song's called? Don't change a thing. How's the tune go? Don't change. I'm not very good at my tunes. I'm getting the In Excess song anyway. Don't change. Don't change. So I won't change, guys. I'll keep being me. I'll keep having my doggos on. I'll keep doing cards. I'll just do whatever tickles our fancy on the day. And of course, as you know, the music will continue to come through. I don't even doubt it. All right. We'll keep spreading the truths out too. I know a lot of us get frustrated about trying to spread these truths, but look, we can't give up now. We've come too far, so let's keep going. All right, and I've got a few cards as well to sort of read at the end. I bought some new sets that I've had for a while that I thought might mix it up a little bit, and my soul expression cards. They're kind of fun too. So we'll do them at the end. All right, I'll close my eyes, guys. Cheers. I did make a cup of tea to keep myself warm because it's very chilly here today. We've got a big fog, and sometimes the fogs in the mountains here don't leave until like 11 o'clock, sometimes 1 in the afternoon. Get very thick fogs in the mountains. All right, let's get started. God, they're showing me like a potato peeler, you know, like when you're peeling potatoes. They're showing me this peeler peeling back the layers, and it's peeling back the layers of the reset. It's starting to expose the reset. It's showing me the outer layers coming off the reset, and it's almost like it's another visual is like peeling a banana. It's exposing. The reset is being exposed, which is good because we need people to bloody see this and hurry up quick smart and see it and see the truth. So I am getting this peeling. It's showing me like peeling a potato, peeling a banana, and exposing. The truth is being exposed. Hey, did you guys hear about that Epstein? It was at the Virgin Islands, I think it was. How he was going to start teaching kids AI and recruit children conveniently. That's just come out. It was unredacted. I thought it was an interesting story. The fact that he was like even talking about AI was kind of scary because you wonder who's involved in that too, don't you? I know, we know that's not what it really was about, but I think they were actually talking about genetically putting things into children's bodies, meaning microchipping kind of stuff and all this kind of thing is experiments. I'm not even surprised if that was true, actually. And they were talking about kids with autism and all this kind of stuff were being targeted. This is just getting crazy. This Epstein thing's just getting crazy. Anyway, go check it out if you haven't, guys. But I just thought that was interesting, the fact that he was connecting it, his child recruits to AI and, yeah, doing their little experiments. We know what they would have been doing. So obviously there's a lot more people involved in the old Epstein event than just the basic child trafficking. All right. Sorry, I get off on a tangent. Let's keep going. So the reset's being exposed for what it really is, which is not great, is it? Nothing in it for the little people. That's what we always say here, don't we? Not much in it for the little people and peasants. It's really nothing to our advantage at all in the reset. All right, let's keep going. God, now they're showing me like cutting through, like if you think of a peeled banana or the peeled potato, they're slicing it. These are the global elites. They're slicing through everything now. They're wanting it out. They're spreading it out like a big, I guess you could say like a fruit salad, but they're cutting it into smaller parts because they're trying to break it down into smaller pieces because they think that people will be blinded by it and they won't see it. If they can chop the banana, for example, into smaller pieces, people aren't going to see this as a whole because they don't want people to wake up and see it as the reset, under the reset umbrella. This is why people are having trouble waking up and seeing it. It's like yesterday when I talked about them in that room with a blindfold on. They can't figure it out. They can't find a way out because they're not seeing it as a whole like package. They're seeing it as bits and bobs. And so these leaders now think if they can keep slicing everything into smaller bits and just breaking it down into smaller bits, people are going to be none the wiser and they're not going to see that this is their world agenda to change the whole narrative and the way the world is run. They don't want that. They want people to just fall in line, and if they break it all down into these little areas, people will be none the wiser, but meanwhile they will be taking over the world and tracking and tracing and controlling everyone, as we know. So I'm getting now they're slicing it up into smaller portions. The reset rollout carpet will be more like rugs. They're breaking up the red carpet. So it's almost like they're chopping the red carpet up and spreading it around into rugs. It's becoming rugs. So if we lay this rug over here and we'll lay this rug over here, we don't have to do it like the big grand red carpet show that we originally planned. This is global elites and a lot of the leaders that are trying to take over our lives. They're breaking it down now into little carpet mats. Not little, they're big, but they're trying to separate it so it's not so obvious to the little people. Because when they hit too hard, as we know, with a lot of things like sushi, Trudeau, Macron, wakes everybody up. Look at Macron, look at France. Wakey, wakey. The whole bloody place is alive and awake and fighting back. So now everybody else is sort of thinking, well, that didn't work, so let's all just separate this into like the rug situation. So I think Hippo over there in New Zealand's going to start to do rugs. He's going to roll this little bit out, then he'll roll this little bit out. All the while, people will be none the wiser that this is all going to be all fitting together like a giant reset structure. We know it is. Oh, it's so frustrating, isn't it? So now it's becoming the reset rugs. The rugs separated so it's easier to implement. All right, let's keep going. God, I'm getting England. We got this yesterday around the transport system, but I am getting the tracking and tracing. Things are going to start to be implemented there. They are. And I don't think it's very far away. People are going to be massively controlled. I know that sounds negative, but they're going to be massively controlled on where they're going, where they're heading. Oh, God. Not you guys, if you're on my channel, because we know that it's coming, but a lot of people are going to be, it's almost like what the guides are showing me. It's them being herded into those cattle yards again in England. People are going to be herded into the cattle yards again, but it's not going to be willingly. They're just going to be herded in there without being aware of it. Oh, my God. Yet again, a lot of people are just going to conform. We know how much they conform and comply to their government, but I am getting it's not going to be hard for Sushi to get a lot of them into that cattle yard. But getting them in there is like the easy bit. It's shutting the gate that's going to be hard for Sushi. Because people are going to start to wonder what's going on. And that's what I'm getting for England. He's still trying to herd up the people and get control of the people. But he hasn't shut the gate yet. The gate's not shut in England. So, you know, you still might get these fight backs, protests, people getting stronger. I'm still seeing that. But because they're oblivious, which we know a lot of them are, not you guys watch my channel, but a lot of them are oblivious to what's happening. They're just going along with things still. They're going along with things. See, a lot of people still don't realise, but why would your government want to hurt you? Why would your government take you down to nothing? See, because they're still in the mindset that their government tried to save them with the jab wheel and the terrible virus, sniffle and cold, head cold, that was taking over the world. So people are still trusting in their government. But, I mean, give it time, give it time. It's still the Great Awakening. We know people are waking up. But they're going to subtly be moved into the cattle yards and directed into a specific direction. Did you guys check out did you check out my Facebook page yesterday? I did post a video about in Brisbane and the homeless people. Now all these tent cities are trying to put them into the wellness camps. Go check it out, guys. It's ridiculous. You don't build all these wellness camps for no reason, do you? We do have to wonder so many questions, guys. Just speaking of herding the cattle, just reminded me of that. All right, let's see where else we go. The gate isn't shut in England. Remember that. Sushi has not shut the gate. He's still working his little magic, trying to get everybody where he wants them. All right, let's keep going. God, they're showing me like fascinators, like on heads. Have you guys got a lot of races coming up? Like, is it Royal Ascot? What's all this stuff? I'm not really big on the racing front, but I do feel like there's distractions with the racing industries. We know there's a lot of money goes into these industries. I am getting that a lot of these things are going to be used as distractions and giving people joy back in their life. Like everything's back to normal. There's nothing to see here. Let's get on with it. Let's do the royal race days and pretend everything's joyous and back to normal. This is what I'm getting over in like London, England and the UK. Let's just get on and pretend everything's normal. Even though, as we know, it isn't. So I'm getting the old fascinators, men in suits, fascinators, people dressing up. See, people are only dressing up, again, it's like the coronation, to escape their lives because they're so exhausted and worn out from all the nonsense being thrown at them. So they're going to do anything to escape for a couple of hours, even if it means going to the races. Because it is summer over there, so I'm guessing you probably got some very fancy horse races. I am getting Royal Ascot. Okay, let's keep going. God, I'm getting Australia, I'm getting elbow, and I'm getting that elbow's burning a lot of bridges with other countries. I feel like he's cutting ties with a lot of other countries, and I hope it's not the building up of connections with China that's making elbow do that, but I am getting that he's cutting ties with a lot of country. He's burning bridges, a lot of bridges are collapsing for elbow. Hang on a minute. And sadly, they're saying elbow's putting all these eggs in one basket, which is always a disaster. Isn't that the advice? Don't put all your eggs in one basket, elbow. But no, he's putting them all in pretty much one basket. And we know who with, Xi, and it isn't good. Selling us off, of course. Oh, did you hear about BlackRock? It's heading, yes, they're heading into the Ukraine. Oh, yes, BlackRock going to start to rebuild Ukraine and build it back better, aren't they? They're having their meetings there soon, apparently. What a laugh. It's so predictable, isn't it all? All right, so elbow's pretty much screwed Australia over, basically, is what I'm getting. I'll see this one more thing and then we'll do some cards. I'm getting that King Charles, is standing up to his duties now. He's acting like the performing seal. He's doing all the things that make it look like he's being the real king of the world. Just to keep them on the stage. Like I say, the Royal Kardashians have to work at staying on the global world stage and stay very important people. See, the royals see themselves above political leaders and prime ministers and all that. They see themselves at the top of the pecking order. And you can sort of see why, can't you? Because all they do is sit in their throne with their crown on and pretty much just give out bark orders to people. So, you know, it is a pretty high position of power. So I am getting that Charles is doing his bit to contribute to the royal status and keeping it alive. He feels like if he stays in people's faces, doing all the meet and greet and everything, then he can stay in... then he can keep the royal status alive. It's very important. Well, the monarchy, in their mind, it's very important. Their own mind, not everyone else's. But to the people way back in the background, and I think we know who all those people are, the great big puppet masters way back when, want to keep their front. This is their front, see? These royals and all that are like the front men, the front people. That keep things in order. Keep the little people and peasants in order. That's about all. Oh, this is a weird reading today. It's just like a strange reading, isn't it? Let me see if there's one more thing and then we'll do some cards. God, I'm getting New Zealand and I'm getting that Jacinda, even though we know she's like disconnected from you guys now. She's with Earthshot with William. She's connecting you guys to the royals a lot. So she's keeping New Zealand still sort of tied to the royals. So she is in a strange way keeping New Zealand. It's showing me a piece of string joining, you know, New Zealand to Australia, New Zealand to England, New Zealand to Canada, New Zealand to... She, in a strange way, is keeping New Zealand important, is probably what I'm looking for. I don't think Hippo's doing that so much. How's Hippo? Stop it, I get visuals of them and I even laugh. Oh my God. So I am getting that for New Zealand. You're staying on the map, New Zealand. I often say that. Australia and New Zealand are these tiny little countries down the bottom of the map. But we're like on this big world stage for some reason. As I always say, because we're the guinea pig experiments, pretty much, in this whole charade circus show. We were right involved in it all. Like you guys, Canada, UK, you know, a lot of us. All right, I think we'll just get on and do some cards now. This is a very weird reading today. So what we might do is we might do the soul expression cards. I know a lot of us are really living from our 5D now, and we managed to cross over back into the third and back into the fifth dimension, and we can live from our spiritual senses. We're able to tune into a lot of things that a lot of people can't, that are still... Oh, there's one that jumped out. That is still awakening. Oh, okay. Chaos. I see the chaos. I empower myself by saying no. I ground myself and I am aware. Wow. We are very aware, aren't we? And we're very aware of the chaos around us, guys. And chaos it is, isn't it? It's absolute chaos. And you cannot believe that people globally aren't doing anything. They're not doing anything. Another one flipped over, guys. Healing heart energy. It is safe to allow my heart to open and give and receive love with my open heart. Aww. That's sweet. Yesterday we got all those songs too about love, didn't we? The Beatles song and that Captain and Tennille song. Love really is healing, isn't it? And we kind of get that saying now. You know how I often say, you know, when people say, oh, you got to learn to love yourself and all that. We kind of get what that is now. It's not about loving yourself and being conceited and, you know, being an influencer or something like that. Love's about a feeling of finding peace in your body. That's how I see love. How do you guys see love? Maybe drop me a line down below and let me know what you guys see as love, because we always talk here about love overrides the darkness. So kind of what is love? Is it maybe it's a frequency and vibration. I think you would say that, Chris, wouldn't you? I think love is a frequency, and I think that's probably how most of you would probably agree with that. Love is a frequency that can override that darkness energy and vibration. It's so toxic, isn't it? That's why we've chosen to move away from it, haven't we, guys? You know, I like to do things in threes. So, oh, hang on, let's duck together. I don't want to get a dud card. Let's get a good one. All right, it's flipped. Let's check. Coincidence. Oh, we always talk about synchronicity here. Pay attention to coincidences. Spirit is communicating with you. Meditate to gain clarity. Oh, that's so amazing, isn't it? We often get so many messages around synchronicity. I know you guys and I are often sharing little chats about the music and the songs that remind us of things. We get so many synchronistic moments here. It's crazy. And we know that synchronicity and signs and messages from the universe are keeping you on your path. They're keeping you on track. They're confirmation. It's like the numbers 1111, 333, whatever you have. We all have different things. I have number plates. You guys have different things as well. They're the things that keep you on your, I guess, spiritual path, we could call it. Now, I bought these cards today. I've had these for ages. These are my Foxfire Oracle cards. They're really beautiful, actually. I really do like these cards. So we might pick 3 of these out. These are a bit bigger. They might take me a bit longer to shuffle, guys. They're a bit bigger than all my other ones. But, you know, sometimes it's fun to just get some guided messages through the cards as well, isn't it? Let's see what we get. I'll take this one off the top. Getting that pulled to this one. Leave behind what is no longer you. I'll give you that first. And then I'll show you. That's beautiful. Love it. Leave behind what is no longer you. And it's almost is like that, isn't it, guys? It's like we've left a part of ourselves behind that was never us in the first place. You know, when we leave behind, we go through our dark night of the soul, depression, whatever, suicidal thoughts, different things. And then when we go through our awakening and we emerge out the other side to who we are today, you're pain free. It's like you've let go of all those things you picked up along your journey of life that were never yours to pick up because we kept putting things in our backpack that didn't belong to us. A lot of us here are sensitives, we're empaths. We take things on board that weren't even anything to do with us. And I do feel like that. We've left behind things which are no longer us. Oh, growth. That's beautiful. I'll show you the word first. Growth. So you think about it, what she's holding there is that the ball with the new life in it. Like, you know, new life emerging, growth. We've grown as people. God, we've grown. We've changed so much. We talk about that here all the time. Not only do we get out and dig in the earth literally and experience nature, but we focus on the things we want. We set goals. We manifest things. We create. And that's what growth is. Growth is about expanding constantly and not sitting idle and stagnant like the stale water that we often talk about. Growth is really important no matter what age you are or where you are in your life. It's important to keep growing and keep expanding. You know, and we always talk about learning new things, watching, you know, people on YouTube. Even there's so much you can learn off YouTube. It's incredible. Or even listening to other people. We chat to each other here and we learn a lot from each other, don't we? We all have different gifts that we bring to this crazy world. This one stood out. Empowerment. There you go. Empowerment. And that's a nice card, isn't it? See, it's that self-empowerment, isn't it? And she's got her back turned, if you think about it, that visual. Having your back turned is like turning your back on all the nonsense, lies and garbage that we know is currently going on in the world. We've turned our back on it. We've hidden behind the fence like Wilson. We don't want to be part of it. And that's how you empower yourself. You focus on yourself. You bring yourself back to the now. We talk about it all the time. The breathing, doing things that make you happy and feel uplifted and not focusing on all that. As much as we have a laugh about the clown show and everything here, I know we do. But we don't take it all so seriously. We just sort of take the mickey out of it. I know if any of you watch Carl Vernon, which a lot of you do, Funky Prepper Carl Vernon, you know, we all have a bit of a chat and a laugh about these things. Richard Vobes is another one who's very funny to listen to. You know, you've got to laugh at all this stuff because it's that idiotic. You can't believe people aren't literally seeing it and they're still getting herded into the cattle yards for different subject matters now. Example, saving the planet and all this stuff. Just moves on to the next event, doesn't it? From the jab wheel, and we're still moving on. We're still getting ads in Australia to go and get your CV booster. And they're still doing the help your family and friends and stop them from getting sick. That was on this morning. I went, oh, it makes you do the vomit emoji, doesn't it, when every time you see it? Because you think, it's just a total lie. Oh, people were so lied to and they still were stuck in it. Yeah. Let's see if there's something to finish off with today. I'm getting that we have to stay cool, calm, and collected. We have to stay cool, calm, and collected. Hang on. The guides reckon that they're saying to me that they're arranging things to make life easier for us. They arrange things so that we can navigate things. It feels like, to me, it feels like they're sweeping up, clearing a path for us. This is what the guides are saying to me now. They clear paths for us to make our life easier to navigate this. Because we are awake, we can see ahead. But the guides said they're also clearing a path ahead for us because they know we're coming. So this is why I guess your signs and synchronicities are so valuable as well. But the guides said they actually clear the path for us to make it easier for us to navigate. Well, that's nice of the guides, isn't it? Looking out for us and looking after us, keeping us on our straight and narrow path. Hang on. Oh, I'm getting this song by ELO. Oh, have we even had ELO here before? I think it's ELO. Is it ELO? I'm getting this song, Don't Bring Me Down. Remember that song, Don't Bring Me Down? You got me moving like a snake in the grass. You got me saying and I'm over my breath. Don't bring me down. No, 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 no. Ooh, ooh. I tell you once more before I get out the door. Don't bring me down. Remember that old song? Well, they can't bring us down anymore. That's what I'm getting. The government can't bring us down. Don't bring me down because we've worked too hard to come up and rise above these things now. So I am getting that song. We're not going to let the government bring us down. Hang on a minute. That's an old song, isn't it? Hold on. Oh, you know what they're like sometimes at the end? They give me the whole jukebox run through. Hang on, give me some tea. God, we've been getting weird songs on here lately, haven't we, guys? God, now I'm getting this song. Oh, who sings it? You better, you better bet your life, or I will cut you just like a knife. You better, when I say I love you, I mean you better. You bet. And I guess that you better bet your life. What does this all mean? I guess we would bet our life that the reset's real. That's probably something that we would do because we know that it is. I'm just getting that song. Don't know the meaning of it, but we are getting that song. I'll see there's one more to close with today. Who sings that song? I can't remember. You know me. All right, hang on. Oh, I'm getting a Michael Jackson song today, and I'm getting the song. I don't know if you've seen the film clip for it. It's absolutely brilliant. It's called Dangerous. I feel like now we're going into dangerous territory. I feel like things are going to get dangerous now. Things are going to get heated. People are starting to stand up. We knew that April, May was going to be a month of people starting to fight back. So things are starting to get dangerous. I think we could say in France, things are getting very dangerous. I'm getting that Michael Jackson song. You know where he does that dance? It's incredible. How gifted was he as a dancer? The way he popped his moves. Like, that's a brilliant film clip. I'm going to leave it on my Facebook page. But things are getting very dangerous because people are wanting to fight back. And they're starting to fight back. Oh, let's hope May. It has to happen. let's hope everyone stands up like France. But I feel like things are getting very dangerous in France, and things are going to start to get more dangerous. Maybe not with us, because we're probably still going to be behind the fence, watching all this from afar. A very safe place to be. Personally, that's what I would be doing. Staying out of all the BS garbage and rubbish that's currently going on. But things are going to start to get a little dangerous now, because the fight back's begin. Fingers, guys. So go and watch that Michael Jackson film clip. It's so cool. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. Ooh, stay out of it, guys. Or it will be dangerous. We're being forewarned is forearmed. All right, I'm going to say goodbye from Australia. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. It's Sunday here. I'm going to do some jobbos. And take care. Hit those like buttons. Please feel free to comment. Let me know what you think love is, if it's a frequency and a vibration. I think it is. Anyway, I'll say goodbye. Just a bit of food for thought. And have a wonderful weekend. Bye, everyone. See you soon. See you tomorrow. Bye.